Behind me here is one of the most popular diesel pusher motorhomes in America. There is so much to get into on this thing, and I think they just do an excellent job at having subtle elegance in this motorhome, and it is as capable as you could ask for it to be. Let's go take a look. Welcome back to another video, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here taking a look at this Entegra Coach Cornerstone. This is going to be Entegra's top of the line Class A diesel pusher motorhome, and man, is this thing just such a treat to look at. You might have already seen one of my other videos of the Cornerstone over here, right behind this one. And this is going to be a different floor plan than that one. So this here is the 45B. You can see here at the Hershey RV show, this is the price at the show. So just a little under $700,000. Couple things here that they point out, and then we'll get into a heck of a lot more, but this has a 2-year base warranty, whereas most all RVs have a 1-year base warranty. You have the passive steer tag axle, we'll look at that. You have flush mounted side room floors with no carpet in those slide room floors, 20,000 pound towing capacity. You have the 6-inch wood subfloor on here. So that is going to help not only with the insulation, but also with reducing noise. Plus there is insulation in between the frame pieces of the floor as well to help with the noise. You have a really nice dash system in here with this safe view dash, and then you have the adaptive cruise control with collision mitigation. There are sensors all over this thing to give you a really safe driving experience. Now you can see I do have a light shining on this motorhome here. If I take it down, this is what the coach looks like without the light. I kind of wanted to use the light just to show you the paint color on here. As you can see, it's like a light gray with a dark gray with white lines, and then that blue mixed in. But there are 8 different color options that you can get on the exterior of a Cornerstone motor coach. So like we looked at this one here earlier that is vastly different with the white and royal blue. So different things you can look at there. See the back end of the coach without the light. So the C-channel lights on here are definitely what makes an Entegra as far as like an aesthetic standpoint where you can really see the difference. Also, I wanted to show how the awnings come down because I don't have the awnings out on this one we're filming, but you do have these Girard awnings that have that pitch to them, and these are armless awnings. They do have a wind sensor on them as well. Shouldn't depend on that to always, make or be the thing that takes your awnings in. So if you are away from your coach, definitely make sure your awnings are in, but you have those nice big Girard awnings. Now I don't know that I'll need the light though. I just wanted to use it to emphasize that paint color on there for you. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that off. And then looking at this coach up front, I wanted to film this one specifically in the nighttime. I waited till the nighttime to film this so I could show you. The C-channel lights there, definitely a statement. You have the Entegra badge that lights up. Now this front area, everything on this front area has a diamond shield on it, so that is going to protect your paint. You also have diamond shield on your high traffic areas like the grab handle here. So it will keep that looking nice over time. Same thing with like the grab handle going up into the step. But up front here, you have 5 lights across the top that are not currently on. And then you have that little light emblem there in the middle, kind of like plate area there. So 3 other lights in that middle section, and then light here on the side and light there on the side. Oh, and unfortunately our C-channel lights just turned off on us. I don't know why. There is a sensor here on the windshield, so it does have automatic windshield wipers on this motorhome with that sensor there. You have powered mirrors, they will have the defrost on them, and then you have your generator back behind here. There's a 12,500 watt generator on this motorhome. As we go along this side, you can see one of your first indicator lights right here on the motorhome. You also have one here, and then you have these sensors here. So when you see these are going to be sensors on the motorhome, and there is actually inside on the display, there are going to be 3 different zones on that display that let you know when something is in the path of these sensors, and it will show you a red bar on the display for if something is in the front corner of the coach, in the midsection of the coach, or on the back section of the coach, or even beyond the back section of the coach where you may have a trailer towing behind here or a vehicle behind here, because this does have a 20,000 pound towing capacity. You also have a really awesome camera system on here. So there's a camera up front, you have a camera here on the side, and we'll see cameras all around this thing as we go throughout because it does have a whole 360 degree view for the camera system in here. And then again, just have to really emphasize the drivetrain on here. So having that 1,950 pound-feet of torque is just wild. From everything I hear of people who have driven this, because I have not, is that this thing will drive like a car. It's as responsive as a car or a truck because of how much torque there is. And then it has 605 horsepower, so you can really take this thing wherever you want. This one here is on the Spartan chassis. It has the Alcoa rims on here, and then this is a Michelin 365 tire, so it will be a nice pillowy kind of tire, giving you a nice comfortable driving experience. LED lights underneath your slide outs here, so it does light up these spaces nice. And then as we move along here, Entegra does have the push button latches that will open these up. You do have the key spot there where you can override that with a key. You have your remote control here for your awning, so you can control the awnings from outside with that. You have this Camco dual zone refrigerator and freezer, so you can set the temperatures in here independently, and it does have wheels on it, so you can take it out of this sliding tray and move it around your campsite. You also have your 12-volt motor for your slide out here. Now this 12-volt motor, because it is 12 volt, if you ever have any electrical issues, you also can drive your car or vehicle up into this space, and you can actually connect the battery of your vehicle up to the wiring for this 12-volt motor, and you can run that slide out if you have any electrical problems off of your car's engine battery as well. As we go along this side, there's going to be a lot to look at on the outside of this motorhome because it's just, there's so much to it. So we're going to go through here. I want to make sure I don't miss anything for y'all. We got bugs flying around here as well, as they are all over the place here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So this is a powered sliding door, or sliding tray, I should say. You also have 2 additional dining chairs in here because this one does have the dining table inside this motorhome. And then back here, that is actually your screen for the entry door, because when you're at your campsite, you probably want a screen right there, right? So you can leave that door open, but when you're going down the road, you may not want to have to look through that screen. So that way you can take it off and you can actually just look out the windows when you are going down the road. Push this back in and you can control this, and it is able to go out of each side of the door, so it can come out this way and it can go out that way, out the entry or out the baggage door on the other side. Open up this spot here, you have another tray right there. Down underneath here, you can see the LED lighting, and it is very bright. I'm glad I got to see this at nighttime too, because it really illuminates this space very well. You have your 3,000 watt inverter down underneath here, so you can see that there. So nice area where that's at. It kind of keeps it out of the way of everything, but that is where the inverter is located at. And again, that is a 3,000 watt inverter. No central vac on this motorhome, so they give you this Shark wireless vacuum. Unfortunately, it's not out of the box, so we can't look at it, but you have that Shark cordless vacuum there. And then you have a couple additional tile pieces right here for the flooring. You'll see what that looks like when we go inside. There are multiple different flooring options in an Entegra Cornerstone. And then as we open this up here, so you have your resets here for your breakers, and then behind this panel here, this is where a lot of your wiring is going to be. So you can see you have your panel right there, or your legend for everything going on in this space. This is going to be where all of your electrical components are located there. And you have your inverter in and off, or on and off, not in and off, on and off switch right there. Let me grab my light. I don't want to leave it behind here. I will forget it. And as we keep going along this side, you'll see your sensor right here. So this is that mid-area sensor. And now this is your fresh tank right here. It's a 100-gallon fresh tank for your fresh water. That's your gravity fill spot right there. And then you can see your tank levels here, and it will have your fresh tank dump valve underneath the bottom part of the coach here. Now, because you have a passive tag axle on here, the way you can tell it's a passive tag axle is you can see how the wheels in here are inward facing, these are outward facing. That is going to be this outward facing wheel here, same on the front end here on the front axle. So that is how you can tell that it has a passive tag axle on here. So that is going to allow you to make sharper, tighter turns. When you are, making a tighter turn, that rear axle will also steer with you. And as you go back this way, open up this door. This is going to be your chassis batteries right there. And last thing right here, this will be where your DEF fluid is at right there. Coming back this way, you have your engine bay area. So again, this is a 605 horsepower Cummins diesel engine. So this is where you can access all of that here. Really nice that you get this rear access point to get to this engine very easily. You have your C-channel lights back here as well that unfortunately got turned off for whatever reason. Camera off the back side, and this back end of the motorhome just looks fantastic. You have down underneath here the Entegra mud flap. This is where I should probably get the light on, but it takes a second to turn on, unfortunately. And you can again tow 20,000 pounds back here off the back of this motorhome. Another sensor back here off the back corner. So that is what these little spots that stick out right there are. Here's your radiator. So this is going to help improve the efficiency of the motorhome. You can see it is definitely designed to kind of force air into that space. Want to make sure you clean the grill off behind there every once in a while with a garden hose. Definitely make sure you're keeping that clean. It will make your engine run more efficiently. You have your depth fluid fill right there. Almost said that backwards. Definitely have a tendency of doing that. LED lights underneath your slide outs here, as you can see. And then you have a spot here for your sewer hose. So it actually goes deep back into that cavity there where you can store your sewer hose. This does latch shut like so. Another sensor here. And then as we go along this side, water connections all through here. In this area, you have your water filter. This is a tool to get that filter off. You have a front spray port, so there's actually a spray port up in the front area by the generator. And this here controls the temperature of that water there. So you can rinse off the front end of your coach and the windshield when you get to your location. You have your outdoor shower here. You have your tank level monitoring here, so all of your tank levels there, black and gray tank electric valves. You can tilt the motorhome. So this here, you want to tilt the motorhome towards the driver's side here to make sure your tanks fully empty out. So that is what this switch here does. And then you also have a light switch here. I don't know why I didn't do that first when we got into the space. And you have a macerator, so this is the switch to turn your macerator on. All of your water connections right here. You have a power cord reel for your water hose. You have this grommet area, so you can set the hose down through that grommet and you can close this area. And then back behind here, you can see access to your macerator behind here. This area also, if you want to clean it out, it does have a drain valve underneath there, so you can spray out this area and the water will drain out. And then you have this little elbow joint right here that is clear, because if you want to do a gravity dump on your tanks, you can actually hook this up down underneath here to the black tank dump area. And because it's clear, you can actually watch that and see when the water gets clear and you know you're good to go and you are done dumping your tanks. Close that up, keep moving along this way. 50 amp power cord reel here. You have the new Aqua-Hot 600D. They went from a 450D to the 600D. This is basically just going to give you even more long-lasting hot water, so you can take even longer showers and things of that nature. So one of the biggest tankless, heating systems that you can get. It actually uses a, what's the word for it? I always have to look at the text because I remember, or I forget what it's called. It's right here. They use a propylene glycol based substance here, and then they use the diesel fuel with that Aqua-Hot system as well to heat up elements in your coach. Again, same thing on this side. You have this tray that drops down so you can get heavier items up out of here. Don't know if I talked about this area, but this area here with these cross beams, that is going to absorb some of the shock from when you're going down the road and prevent it from getting up to the floor level of your motorhome, so that you have a more comfortable driving experience. So that's what those cross sections are for. You have your controls here for the slide mechanism on those trays, on these doors right there. And then we're gonna skip this one and go to this one here. It doesn't look like much, but on the last video I made, I forgot to show this and I had to come back. You have your Starlink internet equipment right here, and there is a Starlink satellite up on the roof. So have that standard now. That is awesome. Another nice thing about Entegra, and this is a big difference between like Entegra and Newmar, is Newmar has tons of options. I actually found it really difficult to try to learn how to make a video of a Newmar product, because they are loaded with options that you can order a Newmar with, and it's almost like a brand that you would really only custom order something with, because there's just so many vast options that you can choose from. Entegra is kind of the opposite of that, where there's very few options that you choose from, and Entegra just makes stuff that they know works and what people want, and they just make it standard across the board. This is on the Spartan K3 chassis. You can also get it on the Freightliner chassis now for 2025. So if you want the Freightliner chassis, you can get that. I'm bummed they turned the lights off out here. I don't know why all the exterior lights turned off. I feel like someone's plotting against me because there was no reason for them to turn them off, and they had to have seen that I was filming this RV. I don't know why they would have done that, unless maybe it was just an accident. You do have your switch here to extend out the generator tray on the front end, and you have your auto leveling controls right there. Another sensor here up on the front end, and then that is just about everything on the outside. Now, if I missed something, please let me know down below in the comments. I'm no certified RV expert. I think I'm getting a little bit better with this product, but I know I'm no expert. I definitely may have missed something. I may have intentionally misspoke on something as we go through this motorhome, and I don't mean to. I am really genuinely trying my best. So if you know something I don't know, or catch something that I might have missed that you think is valuable, that's what the comments are for down below. Add that information there for the viewers and add your expertise that you may have on this product. But let's go ahead and take a look at the inside and see what you think about the inside of this motorhome.
Don't worry about that.
As we head inside here, I wanted to share Terry's information with you here. She is one of the sales managers at the Orlando location with Blue Compass RV. Hopefully you're able to see her phone number there. If you are interested in a motorhome or just looking for your next RV in general, she helped me out a lot with understanding this product here. She's actually right over here. She's the shorter gal with the glasses on in the middle of that group right there. And I wanted to really highlight her because I don't often talk about other salespeople on this channel that you could buy your RV from, but she really helped out a lot. She's been selling motorhomes for 20 years, and I think she's a great resource. So if you are in the Florida area at all, that is a great connection there that you can, get connected to find your next RV. I promise you, she will take care of you. And you can tell her that I sent her from this video. I told her I would share her information here, so she will be expecting that, and I definitely couldn't recommend her more highly. I think she is phenomenal. You have 175 gallons of diesel fuel. You have a fuel fill-up area on both sides of the coach. You have your step right here. Also I don't think I pointed out, you have chrome all along the side of this motorhome, just giving it a more elegant touch. You do have shades that will come down in this area right here. So when you open this door, the shades will actually automatically go up. That is very nice. Right here, you have the doorbell. I don't think you can hear it. Yeah, you can't hear it on the inside from out here, but you have the touchscreen control panel here, or not touchscreen, but the keypad right here. So you can give this code to different people to access the coach, especially when you're away, if it's like a service person or something like that. But it'll also come with a key fob. The key fob will have other functions besides just being able to unlock the door. But when you unlock the door, that security light will come on with that key fob. So that's nice. And you can also turn on your security lights along the outside with the key fob. So a couple nice functions. Pull-out tray right here for storage right when you enter the coach. Nice lighting through here. Obviously, it looks beautiful. Leather grab handle right here. And then as we step inside, you have your step power right there, main battery disconnect right there, and then you have a panel here. This is going to control different elements like your awnings, your outside lights, and your shades in this area. You have your step cover controls here, so you can see how the step cover will cover this space when you are going down the road so you don't fall down these steps. And then I'm gonna give you a look around real quick. We'll come back to the seats here. Now there are so many different color options that you have with an Entegra Cornerstone. So there are about, I believe, 4 different wood tone finishes that you can get in the cabinetry. There are 3 different sofa color options that you can get, and there are, I believe, 4 different floor options in here. So this is more of like, it's a tile, but it has kind of that wood look finish to it. And you can also get more of a porcelain floor that will have that glossy finish to it if you like that look. This here, also no carpet in the slide out, so that is now sitting flush, and this is an electric slide here. And then as we turn back around, here's this display setup that I was talking about. So your 360-degree camera system will be right here. I also look at how deep these seats are. I mean, if you're taller, this is going to be a very comfortable seating position here. Very, very comfortable. I mean, I am 6'2", so this is something that's important to me. I want the seat cushions to go all the way up to the bend in my knee. and these do. So very comfortable here. Definitely appreciate that, and you will see that is consistent with the furniture in the back as well, which is very important. But right here, you have this curved windshield that you get from Entegra. That is something that, I mean, as soon as you leave your driveway, your vacation has started, because you just get to experience the country in a way that nobody else gets to when they travel around if they're not in a Class A motorhome. And with this curved windshield, even more so, because you have a smaller A-frame pillar right here. So it is just more, not only, you know, a better viewing experience, but more safe as well. Window opens up right here. You have a massage function on these seats. Don't abuse that, because we don't need you falling asleep on the road. You have the Allison 4000 6-speed transmission. Again, Spartan chassis. You can get the Freightliner chassis as well. This does have a 3-stage Jake brake or engine brake, so you can set the sensitivity on that. Plus, this does have an electric steering assist, so that will not only make steering the wheel easier for you, and you can, you know, change that to how sensitive you want it to be, but it will also help fight against if the wind is pushing you or anything like that, so you don't get as fatigued behind the wheel. All great functions that a lot of other motorhomes in this price range do not have. You can see here on the seats, they are heated and ventilated. Big deal there. You also have massive leg rests that come out, so that is very impressive. You can see how that comes up right here. All of the different power controls for your motorhome. I mean, you even have like an adjustable headrest back here. You definitely are going to have no problem being comfortable here in the driver or passenger seat. That is for sure. Up through here, you have your AC override. So when these are on, that is going to make it so that AC will run indefinitely. So make sure you turn those off when you're ready for your AC to be turned off. You have your slide overrides here. So this is going to be the manual panel for the slides. This is your Winegard antenna panel here. So this is going to search for the over-the-air stations wherever you are at in the country. Nice gold looking handles right here. You can get other colors as well. This one has the gold handle on it. They have like a, I think it's like a nickel and a brushed nickel option in addition to that. This right here is going to be for your TV channels, and then this right here is a box that is basically locking your TV when you're going down the road. I wouldn't advise it, but some people do unplug that so they can get like their satellite or their Waze or anything like that, their Apple Maps up here on the TV. But this does override, or this does block that, so you can't use your TV going down the road. Your AC in the overhead area does come up here into the front portion of the motorhome. So in addition to your dash air, you do also have air conditioning running through here. All 3 ACs on this motorhome will have heat pumps on them. 32-inch screen Samsung TV. Storage space down underneath here. You have 4 outlets in this space, and you are going to have switches here for, this is basically to reset a key fob or to reset any storage doors outside. Now, this is something you don't really want to mess with unless you are talking to a technician, so I wouldn't advise ever touching those unless you are talking with a tech or someone at Entegra. Right here, you can see you have 2 different legs with 50 amps of power on both of those, so 100 amps of power in total. And then this here is going to be everything connected to your inverter, so everything on this panel here will run when your inverter is on, so you will need the inverter on for those. Up in this front portion, this is another really unique thing to Entegra. They actually have individual shades. You can see right here for the passenger and the driver. They have this privacy shade that drops down and the day shade. Now the day shade does have a blacked out portion, and then the rest of it is mesh. So you can drop that down. You can set the black portion to wherever you need it to be to block the sun from your eye level, and then you can still see through the upper portion above that. And the passenger can actually set that to a different independent level than the driver, because if you're going down windy roads and the sun is at a different position for the passenger versus where the driver's at, you can set those independently so each of you can block out the sun and continue enjoying your views. That is something I've only seen in Entegra. I don't know if anybody else is doing that. You have the same shades that will come down on these windows, so you can also get all of your full privacy from those shades. As we go back this way, this floor plan here, have a couple different options. You can also get the sofa in this area instead of this fireplace setup. So this here did get the fireplace, and I'm so glad because I've been so eager to show y'all this. Check this out, y'all. So when you open this up underneath here, there is a switch, and it releases hidden storage back behind the fireplace. Really cool. I would love to hear what kind of stuff you would put back in this area. Maybe you shouldn't say though, because we don't want to let anyone that may try to break into your space to know where your hidden stuff is at. But I thought that was so cool. Shout out to Angie with National Indoor RV Center. I saw her video of a Cornerstone that pointed that out, and that is actually how I learned about it. So also want to shout her out, because if it wasn't for her, I would not have known about that. So shout out to her. You have your Samsung TV here, Bose soundbar, and this is directly across from your sofa. Look at this sofa here, y'all. 3 massive cushions. And again, this is going to be a sofa where, me being 6'2", I am able to actually get full support underneath my leg. I have definitely sat in other motorhomes I will not name that are in this price range, where I literally feel like I'm gonna slip off the sofa because it stops like right here. And it's not even close to as much depth as what you get in this. So I really love that. There's some other functions in here that really make it comfortable for you. One of them being, for 2025, they have the raising headrest there. That is awesome. Oh my gosh, I wasn't even showing y'all on the camera. Goodness gracious. Raising headrest there. So all 3 of these, actually maybe just 2. Yeah, sorry, just 2 on both sides. We'll have that, and then these will recline. So you can see how those recline there, going to be very comfortable. And then this is all Italian leather, so very good premium leather in here. That's one of the differences between this Cornerstone and like an Anthem. The Anthem just doesn't have the same quality of leather in it. There's other things too. The Anthem only has 450 horsepower, so that's a huge difference. But Cornerstone getting the most premium leather that you will get offered from Entegra. Nice looking light fixtures here down the side. You have outlets right there. Nice big window, and then again, you will have day and night shades on those windows, and they are powered shades. Storage space up through here is carpet lined. Solid wood, of course, all throughout here. Nice ceiling panel. And this is where I get into talking about how this is just a subtle elegance. There's definitely other motorhomes that you can go into that just seem like they are out of this world beautiful. And they'll be in about the same price range as this, maybe a little bit higher. But Entegra does not go over the top with trying to make this thing eye-catching, I don't think. There is every bit of quality in here that you will get with other motorhomes in this price range, and sometimes even more, but I feel like it's more subtly done, and it's not trying to be overly expressive with the look and design. So I actually appreciate that. You can let me know what you think down below in the comments in regards to that as well. And this is a good point to ask also, what's got you looking at this video? Are you just dreaming of your next RV, dreaming of a motorhome like this? Do you own a motorhome like this? And what kind of RV travel do you do, or what kind of RV travel do you aspire to do? I would love to hear kind of where you're at in your RVing journey down below in the comments. Here you have the dining table area. You also can get booth dinettes in the Cornerstone products as well. But these dining tables, they do pull out. So you can see how that extends out there. Very nice and easy. Of course, these are solid surface countertops. Have your area up here. Outlet space there. So a nice spot to just sit and hang out. Swivel chairs. Oh gosh, don't give me one of these. I'll never get up. This is like, that is just what I need to fully entertain myself while I'm hanging out in a motorhome. I will never stop swiveling. That's the problem. Storage space underneath here. Love the round handles on the cabinets. It's definitely a different look, and I like it. Storage space underneath there, and similar storage on that side, plus pull-out drawer right there. Really thick, kind of sandwiched wood here for the construction in the interior of these drawers, and then they are using staples on the ends of those for the construction. All right, keep coming down this way. You have more storage up through this space. You can see your lighting here above the dining area. They do have this closed, but there is also a latch to hold that closed while you're going down the road. It's a GE refrigerator and freezer, and you do have the water dispenser and ice dispenser here in the refrigerator door. Interesting storage space right here. Not exactly sure what people will use that for. Kind of looks like it would be like a gun safe area or something like that. Obviously it's not a safe, but it's kind of what it's giving off the appeal of. I'm not sure. You could stack the world's tallest cereal boxes in that space. So not sure exactly what people will use that space for, but definitely feel like you could get the world's largest cereal box in there, or at least the world's tallest. You have great storage in this area, backlit, so that also makes it look really decorative with that glass display there. 2 pull-out drawers here, and storage down underneath here. Now I do show almost all of the storage in these motorhomes because I always imagine a prospective buyer watching this video that wants to see where they're going to put all of their stuff. That is why I show all of this. You have this cutting board that comes out, very nice, has the legs on the bottom. But I try not to go overboard. Like here you have 3 drawers. I don't need to open all 3 of them, but you can see how far those come out. This countertop area does extend out to that spot right there. Really nice looking countertop material. Love the faucet color that they went with here. And then you have a water dispenser there and your soap dispenser. This will pull out like so. And you have a Blanco sink in here that just looks stunning in this kitchen area. You have your induction cooktop. There will be a cover for the induction cooktop. Decent amount of countertop space. It is deep into this area. You have your Furrion microwave. This will also be an air fryer. You have your vent fan up above here. And then you have storage space up here. This is where the cover right here for the induction cooktop is. Storage through here, you can see a couple pull-out trays right there and all of the remotes that will come with this motorhome. It comes with a heck of a lot, so don't lose any of them. Make sure you keep track of your remotes. And some storage space through there. Down underneath here, kind of cool, they have this little kind of drop-off area into the trash can right there. So it's like a little funnel, spot for some sponges. And then you can see the trash can here pulls out into this drawer. Sink covers can also store back in that slot right there. So they gave you a designated spot for those sink covers. Open this up, you got your dishwasher. Got to have that in the motorhome. I believe you can't option this without it though if you just want the storage. And then right here, pull-out drawer underneath your induction cooktop. 4 more drawers right here. This does have the utensil divider there that will slide back. And then 3 more drawers that pull out there. Now this motorhome has a half bath because when all the slide outs are closed, first of all, it's interesting because it looks like it would be a full wall slide on this side, but it is not. It actually stops right here and continues there. So 2 separate slide outs. So that gives you 2 separate slide outs. There are electric slide outs on them. Again, 12 volt on those slides. And then with this design here, once you get to this spot here, this bed is going to come up against the wardrobe storage. So you would have to climb over the bed to get to that full bathroom, which you can do if you would like, but you don't have to because you have a half bath here. You also have your control panel here for the motorhome. Really cool control panel. Everything can be controlled on this motorhome from here, plus your phone. But one of my favorite things is like they have different light scenes here. So you can actually go into these and change these, and you can set up each light scene to have exactly which lights you want on in your motorhome for that specific scene. That is really cool, kind of like a smart home kind of feature that you get there. But you have things like your auto gen start on here as well, and all of the flow of power in your motorhome, all your light controls, your climate controls, heat pumps in all 3 ACs, your Aqua-Hot controls in here, slide out controls, vent fan controls, shade controls, all of that. Plus it can be controlled from your phone. You have your Victron energy panel here, so this is connected to your inverter, showing you your flow of power. And then going back through here, you have a more residential style looking toilet, has an elongated toilet, and that is liquefied. This is a black tank treatment from Matt's RVs. You've probably seen his videos here as well. He's filmed some Entegra coaches, and you can find that toilet treatment on Amazon, also coming to Blue Compass shelves real soon. Window here, they need to get some WD-40 on this door hinge there. But you open this up, love the look of the bathroom. Again, it's just subtle elegance in this Cornerstone. Nice looking tile back here, but not doing too much. Love how the sink just sits seamlessly into this area. Nice big sink, can easily fit both your hands in there, and same color faucet is in the kitchen. Have a wiring panel right there. And all these areas that have any sort of wiring panels will have these legends here so you can kind of see what you're looking at if you are trying to troubleshoot something on your own. Medicine cabinet here with carpet lined on those shelves. Great amount of storage space in here for a half bath. Nice deep drawer there. And storage space underneath here. And a little flip down spot there. You have another panel in here. There's basically a panel in just about every room in this motorhome. Then you have a spot here for your toilet paper. Love the like two-tone setup of how you have that wood panel finish there, and then kind of the wallpaper design. Artwork in here looks great, and you have a bigger vent fan in this bathroom. Coming across this way, got a pantry space right here, so pull-out drawers for that. Those do just pull right out. You don't have to push in to get those to open up or anything of that nature. And then going back into the bedroom, you have a TV already installed. You do have your safe back behind the TV. So back behind here, there's a little latch that will allow that to flip open. This latch right here, right in the middle. You have your safe back there, a little bit of hidden storage. And then as we turn around, great looking bedroom. I can't emphasize enough, it feels like subtle luxury everywhere and subtle elegance. Ceiling fan in here, it is the white color. And as we turn back around, wardrobe storage, but of course the majority of the wardrobe storage will be in the bathroom. So you do have adjustable shelving in here. No clothing rod because the clothing rod for your clothes to hang is going to be back in the bathroom. 2 pull-out drawers, and it'll be the same on the other side as well. Bose soundbar, pull-out drawer there, and larger pull-out drawer right here. Has a really nice mattress. I'm not sure if it's 9 or 12 inches thick, but it is thick nonetheless. That's probably about 12 inches or so, I would think. Maybe 9, I'm not sure, but man, it is a nice mattress nonetheless. You will have strut-assisted storage to get down underneath here. So you can see the open space down there. You can put the additional dining chairs in this space as well if you would like, but they were stored underneath the coach outside. But that's another spot you can put them if you want to keep them inside your coach. Have a mirror right here, and then it has a nice padded headboard. Individual reading lights for each person. You have 2 different light settings on these, so you kind of have this soft ambient light right there, and then the direct reading light. Plus you have these 2 lights here. You have your fan controls for the ceiling fan, and you also have the touchscreen panel for different controls for things like your lights and shades and stuff like that. Very deep storage up here. Also have an outlet back in that space. And then ceiling height overall in general is great. I'm going to flip the camera real quick so you can see, but I want to real quick show you there is a step up here into the bathroom. So when I flip this camera, I am 6'2" with my shoes on, and when I step up into here, I definitely would hit my head coming back out. I would have to duck down a little bit. Now the step kind of intuitively has you step down under that door frame there, but that door frame is sitting right at about probably 5'11", maybe 5'10". So it feels a little tight up here into the bathroom, definitely a little tight. It's only probably about 6'4" to the ceiling height in here. Soft touch ceiling panel, by the way, feels very, very quality. But that is something where this ceiling height doesn't feel fantastic, and there are other floor plans that will have a taller ceiling height if that is something that concerns you. So you can find that from Entegra Cornerstone if you need a taller ceiling height. Now in here, they make it almost impossible for me to stay out of the mirrors because they go all the way across. Great storage back behind there. Dual vanity setup, beautiful looking sinks and faucets through here. Great storage in this space. I won't show you all of it because I don't feel like I need to get too excessive with the storage. Outlets on both sides of this vanity setup. And then as we turn around this way, you have your shower up in this area. Now the shower height is not bad because you do step down into this platform there. There's probably about 2.5 inches that you step down. So you definitely gain some height from that. This is a tile shower. Gosh, I just love this color here. You also have a water recirculation system so that you don't waste a single drop of water waiting for the water to get hot or for hot water to come out of the shower head. That will change colors there, letting you know the water is hot, and then you can switch this valve to the position it's currently in to get it to flow through the shower head. So when I step in here, keep in mind you also have the bench that you can sit down. I hit the wrong button on the camera, my goodness. You have the bench that you can sit down on and flip this around. You can see here, I'm standing in the shower now, and with this skylight, I mean, you can probably be about 6'8", 6'9", and fit in this area. So you actually can be taller in the shower than you can in the rest of the bathroom area, which is kind of interesting. Usually it's the other way around. Come back out this way. Really nice leather panels here on this wardrobe closet door. And then you have your clothing rod. Nice lights that activate and trigger on there. Love the light in the clothing rod beam there, and you have the light up above here as well. So great lighting. AC even travels back into this closet so it won't get blistering hot back in there. And then you can open it from this side as well. Right here, this will slide for access to your washer and dryer. So right here next to your closet, and then you have your toilet there, plus you have access panel into the engine bay area. Vent fan right above the toilet there. You have a hook here so you can hang stuff there. You have spot here where you can hang towels, spot here where you can hang towels, and you have day and night shade on the window. And that is just about everything, y'all. I know there's so much to talk about on these motorhomes. I'm trying to add as much information as I can. It's also the end of the day, so this is obviously the last video that I have made for the day, and I've been talking about RVs for days and days on end with no break, and my brain is a little bit fried also, so that doesn't help me out. So hopefully I didn't do too bad of a job, but if I did, feel free to just absolutely rip me down below in the comments. Last thing before we go, if you haven't heard about Firmly Unbound, Firmly Unbound is my company. You can go to firmlyunbound.com to learn more about what Firmly Unbound means, but basically it's an expression of exploration and freedom in work, play, and faith. So you can go to firmlyunbound.com to check that out, or here on YouTube, I have a Firmly Unbound YouTube channel where I show all the things that I am doing to live more firmly unbound, hopefully inspiring you to do the same. And if you want to get some Firmly Unbound apparel, you can go to firmlyunbound.com and check that out as well. So that's all I got for y'all. If you are interested in looking for your next RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description of this video to help you get started with that. And until next time, live firmly unbound.